JoJo Siwa is currently making headlines after being on Celebrity Big Brother UK. Why is she making headlines? Because she cheated on her partner, Kath Ebbs, with one of her housemates. And then her partner flew all the way from America to the United Kingdom just to be dumped at the after party with Chris Hughes in the other room. Today we are going to be doing a deep dive into JoJo Siwa's past, and we're also going to be talking about the entire Celebrity Big Brother experience and showing you clips that maybe you haven't seen from her experience on the show. Since we're going to be talking about the entire thing from beginning to end, there's a lot to get into, so let's go ahead and do it.
Have a lot of fun together. Life is life, and I don't know any future of anything.
I want to say this before I even get into it. I am in no way defending JoJo Siwa cheating on her partner on live television. So stay tuned to hear the things that I have to say about that, but I do feel that it is very important to bring up JoJo Siwa's history because I think a lot of the things that are currently happening kind of tie back to her childhood, and it's why I have a little bit of compassion for her. JoJo Siwa's mother, Jesselyn, used to be a dance teacher before she became a stage mom. Now, stage moms are very controversial due to the nature of how they push their children into careers at a very young age, forcing them into classes and performances that take over their entire childhood years. These moms manage their children's careers, and they're often controlling, and sometimes they are abusive. So instead of these kids getting to play with their friends outside and make up stories with their Barbie dolls, they are sitting in makeup chairs and dancing on stage in front of adults.
Oh man, you said I was beautiful, and I'm always beautiful.
She needs to prepare for the stage, y'all.
Just gotta chill out.
She's getting a little tired. So do you want to practice or go outside where the babies go?
Why are you being like this?
Yeah, so I would just go put her in timeout and walk away from her, and if she cries, then she cries.
I think when it comes down to it, like, she loves to be on that stage.
Jesselyn has been under scrutiny in the past for several things and how she chooses to parent her daughter. One of those being that she began bleaching JoJo's hair at 2 or 3 years old so that she would be blonde instead of a brunette. Her mom stated that she didn't feel anything was off limits when it came to doing what she thought would further JoJo's career.
Nothing is off limits when it comes to doing what I think will benefit JoJo. No, your hair is getting really dark. We're gonna need to lighten this up.
I have been dyeing my hair since I was like 2, maybe 1.5. I'm not a natural blonde. I'm actually a natural brown, so I have to dye it so it looks like I'm a natural blonde.
She thought that JoJo would look better at 2 years old as a blonde. You have to understand the psychological effects that could have on a child's mind, that their natural hair color is not good enough. They have to change it, that they're more appealing to other adults. Her mom was about appearance and looks even with her 2-year-old baby, to the point that she put chemicals on her head to alter her appearance. Now, knowing that JoJo Siwa's mother, Jesselyn, is a stage mom tells me a lot about her. Not only did she neglect JoJo's education and emotional well-being, but she trained her child to be a performer and signed her up for things without ever asking if she wanted to do it. So the reality of this is that a child was not only having her appearance altered to be more appealing to other adults, but she was also forced to work at only 9 years old. So she put her daughter on TV on a hit TV show that had already run for 4 seasons, fully aware how verbally abusive JoJo's dance teacher would be to her. JoJo was only 9 years old when she appeared on Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition, which landed her a role on Abby Lee Miller's hit show Dance Moms. So this show is extremely controversial due to its treatment of the children on the show. The moms would sit back and watch their daughters be pushed to the limits by Abby Lee, and it often resulted in huge screaming fights between the moms and Abby.
I just want your mother to quit speaking for you. You're 15 years old. Grow the hell up.
You know what? You shut the hell up.
See how she talks to me?
Abby, if you're not happy with my kid because she doesn't sit here and smart mouth you and say something back, we will leave.
That's fine.
Don't even
I'm
speak
just
to me.
asking.
Don't even. Did you just sit here and say that my daughter looks miserable? So maybe we should put Kalani in her place.
Never said
Yes,
that.
you most certainly
No,
did.
I didn't, dingbat. Listen, I said, Brooke, is your mother
Get
speaking
your
for
finger
you? Do you
out
want to
of
be
my
here?
face.
Girls out the room.
Yeah, you
Girls
would eat
out
me.
the room. Out the room.
Get away from me.
That's crazy.
No, I'm not crazy. You're eating my face.
Call the police right now.
All of the kids were there to witness not only Abby screaming directly at them, making them cry, bullying them.
You're 5th on the pyramid. Sometimes you act like a 5-year-old. Maybe 5 is your, like, you know.
She did a solo, you poured blood on her, you put a 4-inch crown on her head. Oh, we're not gonna do it. I'm not gonna have her be scared for the next 6 months because she watched the movie you wanted her to watch.
Well, if you're so good, you don't really need to be a part of the Abbey Lee Dance Company. She deserves nothing. Don't have an attitude that you are entitled in this world. You are not. You deserve nothing.
But also they witnessed these huge fights between their moms and Abby, and it was extremely toxic and vile environment. The treatment of the children on this show has been a topic of discussion for many years now due to how horrific it was. I personally don't even know how it was allowed to air, with all of the adults that stand by not only producing it and filming it, but then editors had to edit it, and then people had to approve all of that, and all of them were adults. All of these adults were allowing kids to be screamed at and emotionally and verbally abused for TV ratings. JoJo ended up leaving the show after the 6th season, and it wasn't because of the mistreatment that we all saw. It was because she was offered an opportunity with Nickelodeon. So she has gone on to have a huge career with dance and music. One of her music videos in particular has over 1 billion views. In 2016, she released a line of hair bows with Claire's that did exceptionally well, and it's estimated that she's made over $400 million from this merch alone. So for a while in her career, she was marketed towards little girls, of course. With her rainbow outfits, she had a side ponytail, a huge bow, and a big smile. She was very charismatic and would make music that was kind of catered towards children. There were so many adults and adult YouTubers that would hang out with JoJo when she was a child, including Colleen Ballinger, who considered JoJo her best friend. Now, I'm not going to get into all of the grooming allegations against Colleen, but there has been numerous evidence that shows that Colleen Ballinger had a habit of talking to underage kids as if they were besties, including Adam McIntyre, who has exposed her for all of this inappropriate behavior on his channel. When Colleen made videos with JoJo Siwa, she was 30 years old and JoJo was only 14, and they considered each other friends.
So JoJo, I've invited you over because I want to help you try to not be as annoying. Ow!
Also, another one was Shane Dawson, who has experienced a large YouTube cancellation in the past for extremely inappropriate behavior and things that he has said and done.
Hey everyone, it's JoJo. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So right now I'm headed over to Shane Dawson's house and I'm about to surprise him and all of his friends, and I am going to give them, boom, check it out, JoJo backpacks filled with JoJo merch.
But he's also done videos with her, and one of them was not even that long ago.
Hey everyone, it's JoJo. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. You guys, today I am here with Jake Paul.
What's up, guys? It's everyday, bro. How y'all doing?
I like it. You guys, wow.
Yo, we're collabing. High five.
We're YouTubers. We collab.
So JoJo is an adult now, but at the time she was a child hanging out with all of these grown adults and even at parties with them. This is entirely the fault of her mother, who allowed this in order to further her daughter's career that she had set out for her to have since the very beginning. Mom had a plan for her and she succeeded. So we need to understand that Jessalyn benefits entirely from the child star that she created, and she put JoJo out to the sharks for her own benefit and financial gain. Now JoJo has over 40 million followers on TikTok. She's only 21 years old. She's rebranded herself from a child star now to a bad girl with her viral song, and then she also released Karma. This also faced a lot of criticism because it was someone else's unreleased song. But she also received a lot of criticism for thinking that she invented gay pop, because she had done an interview with Billboard magazine where she shared her ambition was to create a new genre called gay pop.
I want to start a new genre of music. And they said, what do you mean? And I said, well, it's called gay pop.
One ex-user said, Haley Kiyoko did not release Girls Like Girls in 2015 with the music video that still makes me cry to this day, just for JoJo Siwa to say that she wants to invent a gay pop genre. Another ex-user said, I'm sorry, but JoJo Siwa claiming that she is launching gay pop as a genre is such a slap in the face to so many other artists who do it so much better. There are bands like Tegan and Sarah that responded to this on their TikTok with a video, because JoJo Siwa is definitely not the first gay pop star.
I want to start a new genre of music. And they said, what do you mean? And I said, well, it's called gay pop.
Now, she's continued to go viral for controversial things. She's defended her relationship with Colleen Ballinger after her cancellation, as well as defending Abby Lee Miller when she faces criticism for her mistreatment of literal children.
And I have a good relationship with one of my exes. And the other one I will never talk to again till the day I die.
Thank you, God.
So let's fast forward to current times and why I'm making this video. JoJo Siwa is currently in the headlines again and going viral on social media after being on Big Brother.
You want to have tin spaghetti?
Yeah, like Lady in the Tramp.
No, but we can have some together.
Of course we can, my darling. For you, absolutely anything.
Thank you.
Oh, it's my finger, don't worry. I ever.
Yeah,
Probably would actually, yeah.
I know.
So JoJo Siwa, when she went into Big Brother, she was in a relationship. She confirmed this relationship with Kath Ebbs in January of 2025. So I think it's important to note that all JoJo is a legal adult and she can make her own decisions. I believe her past as a child star and continuously being put in situations where she was only around adults is the reason why she not only has a much older friends, but older partners as well. Ebbs is 27 years old and JoJo is 21. This is a completely consensual relationship. I'm not saying that there's anything inherently wrong with that, as it's completely legal. However, the age gap is going to bring up issues in relationships. It just is.
Morning, JoJo.
Did you sleep together in that bed?
I'd be prepared for your girlfriend to throw some punches.
Oh, God, no. She doesn't care.
Let's talk about Celebrity Big Brother. This is a spinoff from the UK's hit show Big Brother, where they take a bunch of different people and put them in a house that is full of cameras, including in the bathrooms. All these people are from all different walks of life, and they're thrown in this home to live together and be watched 24/7. I mean 24/7 because there are live camera feeds that you can watch from your computer of these people living their lives in the Big Brother house. There are also games and challenges within the house, and housemates can vote each other out, and this can be juicy. This is entertaining. It is full of drama. People found the live streams fascinating, that you could just sit there and watch these people just live their lives, and they all signed up for it. This has been a huge hit, and there have been many spin-offs, including Celebrity Big Brother. JoJo Siwa appeared on season 24 of Celebrity Big Brother. This aired on April 7th, 2025, and people had no idea what was coming. They had no idea. It was almost instant that the videos started circulating all over the internet of JoJo Siwa and one of her housemates, Chris Hughes.
Imagine that wasn't chocolate leaking, you freak. Yeah, that's good.
You don't know who Chris Hughes is. All right, he is from Love Island, UK, which is one of my favorite reality TV shows. This is a show where they take a bunch of singles and they dump them into a villa where they have to form relationships with each other in order to remain on the show. And then at the end, there's a winner, and then the winner gets to choose to either split the money with the person that they're coupled up with or take it all. Now, Chris was on season 3 and he had only 2 couples in there. The first one was Chloe, and then the rest of the show, he remained in a relationship with Olivia Atwood and left with her taking 3rd place.
Now, obviously, I don't want to sleep with Mike. If I wanted to sleep with Mike, I would have coupled up with him and not you. No, I won't. I won't. I'm done with the conversation now.
Sit back down.
I'm sat. What? It's not funny, Chris. None of it.
Because of this, they were a very popular couple, because if you are a couple that the audience likes, you can go on to have other opportunities when you get out. So he ended up getting a spin-off show with his girlfriend Olivia that was called Chris and Olivia Crackin' On. They remained to be popular, however, they ended up breaking up, and that was that.
Everyone, Chris, is sick of the sound of your voice,
You
and that is
said-
a fact.
you said-
All you do
I'm
is
sick of the way you act single. I'm sick of the way you
Chris,
act
but this is
single.
the thing. You don't
You
throw
don't act
stones in
single.
glass houses. You're the
act
biggest
single.
flirt.
So there has been a lot of speculation that Chris, going into the Big Brother house, would know how this type of reality TV show works. He has experienced it in the past, that if you are in a consistent couple with somebody, that you are going to be liked by people on the outside, and when you come out, you will get a lot of opportunities and you will get a lot of money. People were bringing up the fact that it was interesting that he was coupled up with JoJo in here, because he knows how big JoJo Siwa is. She's extremely famous, and if he gets on good terms with JoJo in the Big Brother house, he's going to get a lot of airtime.
Private chef in that room.
For being there for me today, I appreciate that.
Whether you like it or not, you're stuck with me and I'll always be there.
I know.
Always. And I will read you like a book sometimes.
When you are a reality TV star, you think differently than the average person. You know that there are certain things that you have to do when you are on a reality TV show in order to get people to like you for more opportunity. So people were thinking instantly that Chris Hughes was taking a liking to JoJo for the attention that he knew that he would be getting, because going into this, they sign up for it knowing that they're watched 24/7, there's cameras everywhere, and there's also live feeds. They know people are watching their interactions on the show. So when they started getting close, people were speculating that maybe their relationship was just for views. However, there are some instances on the show where the moments felt a little bit too real and it wasn't really making sense anymore, and it was kind of seeming like they had something going on. One of the first moments, and this was just, a kind friend moment, but it's something that I feel that is important to bring up. There was a moment where one of the housemates, Mickey Rourke, made a homophobic and inappropriate remark to JoJo. The conversation started off fine, but he proceeded to say that he could turn her from being a lesbian, and he tells her that he's going to tie her up.
If I stay longer than 4 days, you won't be gay anymore.
I can guarantee I will still be gay and I will still be in a very happy relationship.
I'll tie you up.
I can promise you that won't happen.
We all vote each other out?
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually. I'm going to vote the lesbian out real quick.
JoJo.
That's homophobic. So that's homophobic if that was your reasoning. You also can't say that.
I need a Not talking to you. I need a
Mickey, you can't say that, Mickey.
One breath at a time, troops. One breath at a time.
Mate, you're on your own. You can't say that, Mickey.
I know, but I was talking about a cigarette.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Chris begins defending JoJo, telling Mickey, you cannot say things like that. JoJo ends up crying on Chris's shoulder and thanks him for defending her.
It's crazy to me that still exists.
Everyone says, oh, it's old-fashioned, blah, blah. Can't justify it because it's not right.
What I felt when you had my back, and that, to be honest, that we've known each other less than 24 hours, you have no reason to have my back.
Because it's between right and wrong, though.
But it's between right and wrong, and that meant a lot, so.
Yeah, it's not about having your back. It's like, it's right and it's wrong. You're right, though. Not too bad, but come on. Getting upset, aren't I? Have a little cry. Crying is my favourite therapy.
Well, welcome in.
It's a clean t-shirt as well. And have a good crack at it, and that's you getting a bit of your anger and frustration out as well. You're such a cool dude. We love you.
Unfortunately, they did not kick Mickey Rourke off the show for that. He inevitably ended up getting kicked off for other things. However, it wasn't for the homophobic remarks that he made to JoJo. I find that to be interesting that he was able to say he would tie somebody up and not get kicked off for it. But later he went on to make another housemate uncomfortable by making comments about her. He would talk crap about how other people cooked and talk about other people's bodies. The thing that inevitably ended up getting Mickey kicked off of Big Brother was that Chris gave him a look during one of the Big Brother games and challenges, and Mickey got into his face and began threatening him, so then he was removed.
You're looking at me?
Ahoy! You're not the captain of this ship. Ahoy! Back up, soldier.
Don't eyeball me. Mickey, it's a joke. Don't eyeball me.
Whoa.
Big Brother. What did you say?
He was joking.
Let him have it. What are you doing?
It's a joke.
This is Big Brother. Come to the diary room.
Back home, when the episode aired with Mickey and the homophobic remarks that he was making about JoJo Siwa, JoJo's girlfriend was doing reactions to these episodes, but whenever Chris Hughes and JoJo started getting closer, she stopped posting things. I thought it was interesting as well and kind of sad because she posted this one where she said that she was waiting to watch The White Lotus until JoJo Siwa was out of the Big Brother house. And it's just sad to see because as soon as Chris and JoJo started getting really close, Kath just stopped posting anything about Big Brother at all. And I just felt really bad for them seeing that. Now, there were several viral moments from JoJo and Chris in the house that had people wondering what the hell was going on.
You sure you're alright?
I've been better.
What's up? Tell me.
Give me 48 hours. Love you. Appreciate you. You're special, love. To breathe.
They're at it again. Any excuse to touch each other.
in disguise of a massage this time.
You didn't want chocolate 35 seconds ago.
I did, because he's making chips now.
Are you gonna come to my room tonight?
No, you said you were coming over to mine.
No, come to my room.
Why? I always come to your room.
No, come to my room tonight.
I missed you when I was sleeping.
Yeah. You missed me.
When I was sleeping, yeah.
Why didn't you have a dream about me then?
Because I was dreaming about my freaking old school teacher.
I mean, there's moments where Chris has his hand on her thighs, they're laid in bed together. There's one where his hand goes right on her crotch, right over the top of it, and she moves it.
Come here. That's not what I'm saying. Come here. I asked if you're going outside.
Do you want to come here?
No, you're actually going to go to sleep. You're not going back outside.
No, I'm tired. Is that okay?
No.
Do you want to come?
So bad.
They have very deep talks and flirt, rub each other's backs, sit in the hot tub together, and it just started to get a little bit interesting, and people began thinking at this point, this might be real.
What's up?
Nothing.
Tell me.
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
Just what?
Just talking in there.
Yeah.
It just made me really emotional.
Yeah, good. It's
And I
good to
feel
cry.
like I feel very grateful.
Yeah.
I feel very confused. I feel very happy.
Why are you confused?
Damn. I feel very lucky. I feel guilty for how happy I've been. Like, I've been so happy.
You're such a sweetheart. Like I can't, honestly.
There was a viral moment that was on the live feeds that caught JoJo writing something on Chris's hand that had the internet piecing together what she was writing. And the internet figured that she wrote "bye" on his hand, sending him a message that she was bisexual and interested in him. Now, you're not allowed to send secret messages to each other in the house, so Big Brother ended up confronting them on the show about this moment, and they had to come out and say what was being discussed. That's when JoJo proceeds to say that it was about her sexuality and that she was questioning things and trying to figure out if perhaps she's non-binary.
Have you learnt your lesson?
Well, we have, apparently.
JoJo, you were writing secret messages to Chris last night.
Yes, she was actually.
What was the secret message?
It's something that I'm not ready necessarily to be open about or upfront about, but it has to do with gender and how do I feel. And let's put it this way. Oh my God, this is a lot.
Is it?
Yeah, this is a lot.
So JoJo's time in the house seemed to be eye-opening for her in many ways. She said she loved the experience where most people wanted to go home, she wanted to stay. Maybe this was due to her falling for Chris, or maybe it's not just that. Maybe it's that this is the first time she's been away from her regular everyday life, and she could perhaps be realizing that the way she's been living hasn't been normal or healthy, and maybe she hasn't been happy in her everyday life. I brought up her past at the beginning of this video because I believe that there are things about her past that are the reason why she is the way that she is. Number one, as a 34-year-old woman that I am, I'm able to acknowledge that she's 21 years old. She is an adult, so this does not excuse her behaviors when it comes to cheating on her partners. I think that that's horrible and something you should not do. 21 years old, your frontal lobe is not fully developed and you are still learning yourself and trying to figure things out, and unfortunately, sometimes people are going to get hurt in the process of that. It doesn't make it right by any means, but the fact of the matter is that we are just witnessing a 21-year-old figuring herself out live on TV. It's unfortunate that people are getting hurt in the process. I think that her past is why she continuously gets into relationships with much older partners, and I think it's why she's not really sure who she is yet, because her entire life has been planned out for her by her mom. And you know, Big Brother is a reality TV show, but for JoJo, it seems like it was a break from reality and really eye-opening for her.
I would do it over and over and over again, and then I really, really liked it, and I really, really missed it. A lot of things in my life that I wasn't happy about, and being there, it kind of forced me to change them. And it's good. It's good. I needed it.
Is it going to inspire any new creative?
Oh, babe, everything. It's gonna inspire it all.
So the internet speculation on what was going on with her and Chris in the show really started like popping off whenever she had this discussion of, is she non-binary? A lot of people started to switch their viewpoints from this being all from show to thinking there's actually something going on. Now you have to remember that Kath Ebbs is back at home watching all of this play out on the screen in front of their face. They are witnessing JoJo in real time cheat on them on television while people were speculating on it. Kath Ebbs later says that they thought that maybe it was for media attention, so they were kind of holding on to the fact that maybe she's not cheating on me, until Kath Ebbs left for America to fly to the UK to meet up with JoJo at the Big Brother after party once they all left the house. They flew that entire way just to be dumped by JoJo at the after party, all the way from America to UK.
And things unfold and not being able to get any clarity from the person that it involved, who was what I thought one of the great loves of my life. And not of my own volition either, from what I was told over and over and again. But to just state facts, and I guess to address this slowly, and finally, I guess, say something. It has come to my attention in the past 8 hours that everything we sort of saw unfold on what I thought was a fake reality show, where I didn't need to worry about the validity of my relationship, was in fact laced in a lot of truth, which has been so, probably one of the most craziest, intense, awful, horrific experiences I've ever probably gone through in my adult life. To just give you my story, my comment. Yes, I was watching the same show as you all. I could not talk to my partner at the time, and it was very unsettling and very hurtful, and I did feel betrayed by the things that I saw conspire. I got offline because I couldn't talk to the person that involved, my partner, and I also, given all the context and facts that I had, by virtue of the relationship we had before they went into a social experiment, the messages I received before, the messages I received throughout. I don't know if anyone, as was mentioned on the show, I was receiving video messages every day in admiration of me and our love and our relationship, which indicated a sense of solidness and trust that I chose to believe and get clarity around. And I honestly thought I would come on here right now with my partner being like, it was just a TV show and it was all fabricated and we're happy as Larry. But the truth of the matter is, I decided to show up for my partner and hold up my end of the bargain of being in a partnership and being a teammate. And I flew across the world to support and be there and hold that person in whatever they would be experiencing, leaving such a wild experience. And instead, I was dumped at the after party with Chris in the next room, which is fucking crazy to say out loud. It's truly crazy. Like, oof, there's a lot of processing that needs to happen.
Now, my first thought on that was there was no way that JoJo could get a message to them, hey, tell them not to come here. But JoJo has recently done an interview after the fact saying that it wasn't the planned or intention and it wasn't supposed to happen like that. She claims that she wasn't aware that her partner was even going to be there.
initially I was told that, you know, the wrap party was something they didn't want to attend. And then about an hour into the wrap party, they decided they wanted to. And so I was genuinely just going to have a conversation before. And then it just led to another. They straight up asked me if I was happy, and I said no. And, you know, one thing led to another, and that conversation did take place there. But there were countless things that I was like, that's not, you know, something that I should be okay with, and I don't need to be okay with, and I'm not happy. And I knew as soon as I got out, I wanted to fix things in my life and make the changes that I needed to make.
You did it very quickly. I mean, you sort of made those changes at the wrap party, by all accounts, and your ex has sort of come out and talked about that as well. So that's obviously going to shine the light on it.
Yeah.
So the internet currently is fuming on the behalf of Kath. It's difficult because they had to watch JoJo essentially fall for another man on TV with the rest of the world, and the pain of that must be excruciating. And I definitely feel for them entirely that they're in a situation where they had to watch something like this happen. I cannot imagine the amount of pain that they must be feeling. Thankfully, this relationship was only like 4 months long or something like that, maybe 5 months. So it's not like they were in a relationship for a really long time, which I feel like the wounds of that would be even deeper. However, nonetheless, cheating is wrong. Whether you're 21 or 31, cheating is wrong whether you've been with somebody for a month or a year or a decade. It's wrong nonetheless. I think that what we're witnessing on television with JoJo Siwa is a girl who's 21 years old and trying to figure herself out of the internet and being watched by a lot of people. And I think that we're going to be seeing a different side of JoJo Siwa after all of this happened. I think that for her life and moving forward as a human being, that this was something that was going to be life-changing for her. I still have my questions with Chris Hughes, because when I was watching the show, I felt that Chris really valued her as a friend, but I was catching the vibe that JoJo was crushing on him harder than he was crushing on her. And maybe this is because I watched him on Love Island and know how he acts when he really likes someone. I was kind of getting the vibe that he's just kind of going with the flow of the whole thing, but I'm actually worried that if they do end up having something going on between the two of them, that he might be the one to end up hurting her. People have been speculating in recent days that Chris seems to be pulling back and not really acting the same as he was, whereas JoJo seems to be like a changed person. Like, this has completely changed her in this whole experience of being in the Big Brother house. She was interviewed right when she came out of the Big Brother house and said that she didn't want to be home. So is she going to be moving to the UK in the future? We will have to see. I find it really interesting looking back at her past in the spotlight and the fact that she's always been working. She's always been in the spotlight and had all eyes on her. Hasn't ever really had the chance to be young and figure herself out, so inevitably she's gonna make mistakes. I'm not saying that they're not wrong, I'm just saying that it's inevitable that things like this are going to happen, and it definitely concerns me for sure that she has a pattern of getting into relationships with people much older than her, because that can lead to a lot of pain and suffering at the end of the day. But her mom really set her up for this life by planning it all out for her when she was a child. The fact that she would dye her hair, I am shook by that. You guys are gonna have to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you just like, screw JoJo Siwa, she's a piece of garbage for what she did to her partner. She has a habit of cheating on her partners. She's a selfish person. Or do you have some compassion for her, or are you somewhere in the middle? Let me know in the comments down below where you stand with this entire situation. If you would like to see me continue to cover this, let me know in the comments down below and give it a thumbs up, and I will definitely do that, and I will see you all soon for another video.